Hi everybody, we are back with the next installment of the Twitch PC build series that we've been doing. Basically last year I decided I wanted to try Twitch streaming for the first time, and I said, all right, I'm gonna build something using a Ryzen CPU and we're gonna do this. And then many months later, here I am still finishing it. So anyway, I'm here on the Macworld studio set. It is set up to look like somebody's living room. I'm going to pretend it is my living room because mine does not look nearly as nice as this. However, I did set up the desk in the appropriately cramped configuration here because it is San Francisco, nobody has space. Let's get started. I'm just gonna set up the build and the desk the way I would for the actual stream. We're gonna start with my PC, which I built in a previous installment. The one thing that I discovered though when I pulled it out was somebody has gone raiding. I'm gonna have to do a little extra work after this video before I do the software stuff, but it'll happen, I'm sure. The 2700X, it's cooler, the RAM, the storage, everything is somewhere in the lab. I just have to find it. Next is monitor. I don't have anything fancy, I just grabbed something from my desk, which is one of the spare office style Dells. It's nothing fancy, it's nothing great. I would not recommend it as a gaming monitor, but it'll do. And so on the last installment, we talked about some of the other, let's say, accessories, peripheral, extra things that I would need for streaming to Twitch. I've made some decisions. So the first one was the audio decision. So I'm just going to go with the HyperX Cloud that I have and I use on a daily basis. Pretty comfortable. I like it quite a bit. I'm not going to use it for the microphone though. I don't really like having something right at my mouth. I often eat while I'm at my desk, so it's just kind of a habit I've gotten into, not having a microphone blocking my face. For the microphone, I'm going to use a Blue Yeti Nano, which is something we've had around the office, but I've never had a chance to try. I have the full-size Yeti at home, and I'm actually curious to see how well this will pick up and if it functions just as well as the gigantic one. I mean, it's not that much bigger, but it does save on some desk space, which is nice. Webcam, I'm going with the perennial favorite, the C920. I think I have actually a C922 at home. I might bring that in for the stream if I remember, otherwise I'll just stick with what's tried and true. As we all know from the last video, I'm going to be using a controller to game, so I figured just to make it ultra clear that I'm using a controller, I'm going to use wireless peripherals to actually operate my PC. So here's my, this is the closest thing I had to a Twitch purple. Yeah, so it's just this really cheap, overly cutesy wireless mouse. And then I have a much nicer K810, I think. This is one of the Logitech's wireless keyboards that supports Bluetooth, which is pretty nice. So that'll handle any typing I need to do, any mouse work, etc., etc. And then of course, my controller. I prefer an Xbox controller style layout. This is an Xbox One controller, so I probably use that. It might be sacrilege to say, but I actually prefer the 360 still, the controller. It's a little rounder in the back, so I find it more comfortable. The last thing is the chair, which I'll try to roll out quietly. It's just gonna be an office chair, nothing fancy. I decided that Adam's gaming chair is not for me. It is too large. Adam is a large man. I am not a large man, so there you have it. So this will be the setup. I just need to actually put the wires together and, you know, make sure that I have a CPU, a GPU, and an actual functional build so I can, you know, mess with the software. Speaking of, I'm going to try OBS. I told Adam this and he said, really? So that means that I probably should set aside a good chunk of the afternoon for that, is my guess. There's a good tutorial, I think, that one of my colleagues wrote on PC World, so I'll probably look at that, use that as my walkthrough, get it set up. I might cry uncle and choose something else, but I figure if it's free, a lot of people like it, and it's got a lot of functionality to it, I may as well try to learn how to use it. I always have the option of tapping out, right? Oh, last thing. So for lighting, I looked at a bunch of options with Adam, and Dan in the background. They nerded out so hard. It was a whole new world that I didn't know existed. I guess there's more for me to learn. But I'm gonna go with the cheaper option. I'll probably get a couple of those like $40 umbrellas that we were talking about. Maybe if I'm feeling like I want to splurge, I'll get the LED grid thing. But that's maybe like a 3-fold increase in price. So we'll see how I'm feeling when it comes time to press buy. I'm a little nervous about the lights though. Like Adam showed me the Elgato one, which like mounts to the table. I really like those until he told me the setup with 2 lights would cost me $400, and that was kind of a no at that point. But I like that because I'm pretty klutzy, and I could totally see myself after I'm done with the stream getting up and just walking out and tripping over one of the stands and just completely killing it. Yeah, so the next video is going to be the actual software, so I'm just going to walk through it, let you all watch me. There probably will be a lot of swearing involved if OBS is as bad as everyone says it is. We'll find out. In the meantime, be sure to subscribe. You'll get notified when that video goes live. And stay tuned. Catch y'all soon.